What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the 2024 Volkswagen Jetta SEL. Now, there's not a ton new for 2024 here on the Jetta, but there are a couple key things. The biggest of these is that Volkswagen's IQ Drive system is now standard on everything from the base trim up. Absolutely awesome. Tons of really nice features, including my favorite semi-autonomous driving feature, Travel Assist, which we'll take a look at in the test drive portion. There are a few other things on the interior that they updated, but we'll take a look at those in just a second. But let's go ahead and start up front as always. So you have an automatic LED headlight kit here, LED daytime running lights, LED high beams, LED regular beams, and then you have these really cool little accent lights down here. I guess you could technically call them like fog lights, but they don't classify them as that. They just classify them as accent lights. And I'll show you a clip in the dark so you guys can see what it looks like. Really interesting. The front grille on the Jettas, especially on the higher trim ones, has always been kind of more of like a regal, elegant looking thing. So it's pretty simplified. Just some simple black lines that run across with some chrome accents, big Volkswagen badge in the center, body colored splitter, then some more active ventilation at the bottom, and again, your little accent lights. No front facing camera on this model, and no parking sensors here either. This color is platinum gray, and the inside is volcano brown and black, which is really interesting. We'll take a look at that in a second. Under the hood of every single Jetta, you're gonna get the same 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, 158 horsepower, 184 pound-feet of torque, 40 miles per gallon highway. You heard that right, 40 miles per gallon highway, 30 miles per gallon city. And it's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission with Tiptronic and Sport mode. The SEL here sits on the 17-inch two-tone aluminum alloy wheels. You've got some SEL badging, body-colored side mirrors, built-in turn signals, blind spot monitoring, heated. They are manual folding though. Keyless access here on the door panels. You've got a large power panoramic sunroof up top. All right, so moving to the back of the Jetta here, you've got LED taillights right here. Again, they're a pretty simple design, nothing too crazy. They kind of curve around the tailgate here, but they're not really even that protruded or anything like that. Very basic, very simple, but they don't look bad. You've got Jetta badging here, Volkswagen badging, SEL badging, rear view camera up underneath, some reflectors down here, a little bit of chrome accents, a little bit of ground effecty type stuff, nothing too crazy. It's not really like a sporty model by any means. This is just the SEL, so it's just like the higher trim level. You can open your tailgate using the button right here. Inside, you've got monster mats. That is an option that we've added onto this vehicle. You've got your cargo storage system options down here. Pretty massive trunk space, even with the rear seats up. You get a ton, super generous amount of cargo space back here. If you fold the second row seats down, you can get even more. I'll have all dimensions on the screen for you. Underneath here, you have a space-saving small spare tire, and then again you have all of this carpeted texture inside of this super generous trunk space. A lot of cargo carrying capability even on a smaller sedan like the Jetta here. Well, let's go ahead and hop inside the cabin. All right, so hopping inside this cabin, obviously the first thing that stands out is this seat color combo. Again, like I mentioned, it's volcano brown and black. I'll give you guys some close-ups later on, but it looks really nice. I'm a big fan of that color combination, and you've got a little bit more on the door panels as well. Let's go ahead and get into that. So starting over here, you have some soft touch black rubber up top. A little bit of my least favorite thing ever, piano black plastic around the door handle area. By far the worst place you can put it, but it's there. You have a little bit of this faux wood accent right here. Then you have this volcano brown leather accent with white accent stitching on the door panels. And then you have a little bit more of a black leather with more white accent stitching on the armrest portion of the door. You've got automatic windows on all 4 windows, which is nice. And you've got your heated side mirror controls right here. Some cup holders, 6-speaker audio system. You can open your gas cap and your trunk with little buttons here. Lighting controls over on the left side up underneath. And then it's kind of hard to see. You probably can't see it on camera, but you do have multicolor ambient interior lighting, and that runs across the cabin as well. Past that, you have your 10.25-inch Volkswagen digital cockpit. This isn't kind of the lower trim version, this is the nice one. It's got actual physical gauges on the left and right sides, but then in the center you have that 10.25-inch screen that gives you vehicle information, speed, gear, trip calculator, tire pressure, travel assist, all that good stuff on that display here. Light wiper controls. You have this leather wrapped steering wheel here that has some stitching on it, but it is not like contrast stitching. It's the same color as the leather. Adaptive cruise control options on the left side, media controls on the right side, as well as your heated steering wheel button. Nice big Volkswagen badge in the center here with this little textured piece on the horn area. Now, among the other changes here for 2024, one of them is the steering wheel update here. So this is an eco leather. So it's more of an environmentally friendly leather alternative rather than using real like animal leathers for things. So This has the eco leather steering wheel here. You also have leather around the shift knob area. That's an addition for 2024. Rain sensing windshield wipers, addition for 2024, as well as this auto dimming rear view mirror. Now moving on over to this 8-inch infotainment system. This is Volkswagen's last generation infotainment system, so we have yet to see the larger updated graphics package design that we see on the Atlas, that we see on the ID4, that we see on the GTI. We have yet to see that transition over here to the Jetta, but I'm sure it'll be coming soon because it's trickling down to the entire lineup. But you still have radio, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, navigation, all your assist systems, vehicle settings, as well as climate control on screen, rear view camera, all your kind of goodies that you're used to seeing, just a traditional modern infotainment system. It just doesn't have the most updated design to it. 2 vents right here. Moving down past that, you do have a dual zone climate control system, so individually adjustable driver and passenger temperatures. You can sync those up. You do have heated and ventilated seats for driver and passenger, as well as heated seats for your outboard rear passengers. Past that, you have 2 USB-C charging ports with a 45-watt max, a Qi-enabled wireless charging pad, 12-volt outlet right here, push-to-start engine button, 8-speed automatic transmission right here, again, leather wrapped around the bottom, electronic parking brake, auto start stop engine disable, and then you've got your drive mode selector button right there. 2 cup holders. Inside of this center console, you have 1 more USB-C charging port, and you have kind of a different color interior of your center console here. So you got a nice bright gray interior, which I actually think is a nice design choice because it's so much easier to see in there in the dark because it's lighter and reflects light easier. Again, like I mentioned, you do have an auto dimming rear view mirror up top here. You've got your sunroof controls as well. Dome lights up here, a little sunglass holder as well. And you've got the manually retractable shade here, but you can use the buttons to open the sunroof. As far as other cabin materials, it's pretty minimal overall. You have more of this kind of soft touch rubber material up top, a little more of that faux wood grain, plasticky feel, and then just more hard touch plastic from chest level down is all hard touch black plastic. They didn't put any piano black plastic around the shift column area, which I really like. Unfortunately, they put it right on top of the shift knob. So the part you grab the most, they put glossy black plastic on it. I don't know, guys. So with that IQ Drive system that they added for 2024 as standard equipment, you get travel assist, like I mentioned, my favorite semi-autonomous driving system, adaptive cruise control with stop and go, lane assist, emergency assist, front assist with forward collision warning and automatic emergency braking and pedestrian monitoring, active blind spot monitoring, and rear traffic alert. Now, as far as seating surfaces go, these are a volcano brown and black seating surface. They're perforated Vienna leather seats. Driver and passenger are heated and ventilated. The driver is power adjustable with position memory. The passenger is manually adjustable. And then the outboard rear seats are also heated and they have that same volcano brown and black. So hopping back here into the rear seats, again, super spacious interior, surprisingly. I'm really impressed by this. You get this little hump in the roof here, so you get a little bit of extra headroom. It's probably like 1.5 inches maybe, but nonetheless, it does give you a little extra headroom. And again, I'm 6'1" and 5/8 of an inch, according to the comments section. You know, I've got decent leg room, a couple inches of knee space here. My feet can tuck up underneath, and I had this seat back to where I would normally sit at that height. Decent shoulder space, but again, if you're gonna have 3, larger people back here, anything above a child size, you're gonna have issues with shoulder space. But 2 adults, no problem. Got this center armrest that folds down, 2 cup holders in here. Again, you have that volcano brown and black leather interior. You have more of this brown accent, but it is actually not the leatherette accent. It's just a plastic brown piece to kind of mirror what you've got, but you do have little speakers in there. But I mean, in a sedan that's this size, you still get a pretty generous amount of passenger volume. I'm impressed. All right, so let's take the Jetta here for a little test drive. But one of the things that really stands out most about the Jetta is just the fuel economy. I mean, 40 miles per gallon highway, 30 miles per gallon city. Hard to beat that, honestly. There's some out there that can, but in a non-hybrid, super impressive. And you still have 158 horsepower. It's not like you're lacking power. You got a 1.5 liter turbo, sport mode. We're gonna end that right now. We're gonna get a little acceleration test. Yeah, feels good. No lag, really. Pretty instantaneous. I mean, it's not a ton of torque for the size of the vehicle. It goes. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm a fan. Let's do travel assist, my favorite. Travel assist active, because you got your 2 lines and a little green travel assist icon there at the bottom. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but you can see it's like already kind of pivoting me around a little bit. This car's coming to a stop up here. it's slowing me way down here. All the way down. And it's gonna speed me back up. I'm gonna have to take this turn. This is way too tight of a turn, but it's definitely leading me in that direction. And I'll let it take back over right here. Speeding me up. This car in front of me is turning as well. So it's slowing me way down there. It's just such a fluid system because it doesn't jerk you all over the place like some of these lane keeping systems do. It does really well with stop and go, which a lot of these systems don't do. The name's not just a clever name kind of thing. It really is an assist for traveling. It makes the whole cruising along at 65, 70 miles an hour on a road trip you just have to think a lot less. And that's the really nice thing about these convenience features. You can't completely not control it, but you can just do a lot less, and that's what's nice. Now, as far as usability of the infotainment, it's driver-centric, so it's angled towards you, which is a nice touch. I like that. You know, it's not my favorite infotainment system. It definitely looks dated at this point, even in 2024. They need to go ahead and update that to the new system, and like I said, I'm sure they will. It's just a matter of time, but it's not bad to use. It's showing its age. It's the nicest way I can put it. But you do have dual zone climate control, super comfortable seats, heated and ventilated. I've had the ventilated seats on this whole time. They work well. Again, like I said, super comfortable. You've got plenty of charging capability. You got a charging pad, USB-C ports, digital display cluster. There's a ton of technology in this vehicle regardless of the fact that it, has aged in certain places, and you're only talking 30K. So it's pretty affordable too for a pretty high trim level. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Drop a like on the video if you loved it. Tell me in the comments down below, what do you think about the 2024 Volkswagen Jetta? Are you gonna pick one up? What do you think about the interior color? I think it's pretty nice, actually. Let's have a conversation down in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be among the first to see every single new video the second I hit publish. We'll see you in the next one.